8-557-3500. This is WNZK, Dearborn Heights, Detroit. Your ethnic superstation at 690 days, 680 nights.
Welcome to the bright side of aging. My name is Ike Engelbaum. I'm a pharmacist and the publisher of AmericanSeniorGazette.org. It has been wisely said, you cannot help getting older, but you can help getting old. It has also been said that age is a matter of the mind. If you don't mind, it doesn't matter. My purpose in doing the show is so that seniors and caregivers can share their ideas and questions on how we can age gracefully and in a vertical position for as long as our good genes will allow. And if we've inherited bad genes, how to outwit them. Our topics include senior housing, financial, legal, safety, travel, health issues, interesting senior events in the community, and most of all, tips on how to put old on hold. Do you like snacks? Well, why don't you try the Ori Bakery folks that have now created 3 new flavors of gluten-free granolas: maple vanilla, blueberry, and toffee chocolate, all sold in 16-ounce bags for just $4.99. All new is Ori's cinnamon pull-apart, made with Danish dough and rich cinnamon filling. It's great with coffee or milk and hard to stop eating. You will find all these items at the Ori Bakery Market on Farmington Road between I-96 and Plymouth Road in Livonia. Try it out. As Jackie Gleason used to say, how sweet it is. For over 30 years, Cruz Hearing and Service has helped thousands of people improve their hearing and enjoy the sounds of their life again. If you don't hear as well as you like, Cruz Hearing can help you. They have actually hearing aids that the batteries do not need to be recharged. And they also have a caption phone that you can view for free. And also the phone, if you are over 65, is available to you free. So any phone calls you get, you can see captioned if you don't hear that well. Hey, they've got other stuff. If you'd like a free cookbook, call 1-888-489-8980. That's available. You can call Cruz Hearing Direct at 877-456-2789. The number direct is 877-456-2789. And we are back. Actually, this is my front. But that's the nice thing about radio. I have a face made for radio. Although I'm proud to let you know as well, I do a TV show. If you will log on to youtube.com/Ike Engelbaum, not the real slash, but writing it down, you'll be able to hear all of the programs that we do. And we welcome your calls while we're on the air, 248-557-3300. As you know, 248-557-3300 has been around for a long time. And I really miss our real good friend that I know those of you who have been listening to this station remember, Bob Allison. Bob Allison was one of those special broadcasters that just touched people's, not only their minds, but their hearts. I loved being with him whenever we could get together. In fact, as you may know, he passed away in March of last year. And as a tribute to him, I'm still continuing the tradition of his cookbooks being available. Rob, his son, and I speak every once in a while. If you're interested in being in touch, we have a toll-free number, 888-489-8980 when we're off the air. But on the air, it's 248-557-3300. And what we try to do is, on the bright side of aging, is live up to that formula of age is a matter of the mind, or if you don't mind, it doesn't matter. I'm a pharmacist, and as a result, I have a good idea of trying to help you in your daily life. And one of the things that I've been able to do since I am now at the, I like to say, ripe age of 82, is that I've had a chance to meet some great people and made some great friendships. And one of my good friends and partners, so to speak, in trying to promote health education is Dr. Andre Lee. A point that I want to make sure is that you know that Dr. Andre Lee has got the benefits of a great last name, Lee, so he has a foundation called Leeway. Leading the way to make a positive difference in people's lives. Dr. Lee is one of these people that when you see an obstacle like a stone, or rather than saying, oh my goodness, what am I going to do, climb over the stone. Dr. Lee was the administrator for Highland Park General Hospital, and when they closed up, he took his talents in different directions. He's a PhD, he's got a great sense of humor, and he knows a lot about the healthcare field. And now he's able, because of technology, to provide any organization an ongoing system of health education. He has portraits of famous black leaders, so that instead of wringing our hands as to how bad things are, Dr. Andre Lee leads us the way to a positive way of thinking and doing and learning. Hello, Dr. Andre Lee. How are you?
Well, I'm doing fine, Ike. I'm taking advantage of your earlier statement, and I put on my radio face as well.
Well, we can compete.
Yes. That's what I've got my radio face on.
I see. Well, listen, there is nothing wrong with your face. That actually, the nice thing is about radio is that I've had the joy and privilege of meeting many of our listeners over the years. They picture you in a way that they'd like you to be. So it's
and I encourage that too.
So pictures us as nice people. Yeah. And while we're on the air,
perception is often very much better than reality.
Yeah, right. Well, you know, we could do a program on about perception and reality.
Yeah, absolutely.
And while we're on
the air, all day to get that program done.
Well, while we're on the air, I just want to remind the folks they're welcome to call in at 248-557-3300. And actually, as it turned out, we have a caller, Kelly, from Detroit. So let's say hello to Kelly. Hello, Kelly.
Good afternoon, both of you. Thank you for taking my call. I have a question. I am 60 years old, and I just got shingles.
And my wife had that too.
Excuse me?
Go ahead, I'm sorry.
Oh, okay. You said your wife had them too?
And my mother-in-law, both of them.
And so
it's excruciating pain. They've given me gabapentin and Tylenol to take. I'm diabetic, so they got to watch my kidneys. And the gabapentin is like swallowing a sweet tart. It's doing nothing for me. I cry all night long. This is going on the 4th week that I've had it. I even went to Zerbo and got some cannabis cream and rubbed it on the area. The bumps are gone. They're way gone. But it's just the excruciating, hard pain. I haven't had pain like this since I gave birth to my children.
Well,
do you know of anything, and I mean, that I could take other than gabapentin?
Yeah. Unfortunately, my wife had all that, and we tried all of those kind of things too. But the only thing that really ultimately worked was she had to go to her doctor and get a shot. They have an attenuated virus shot that will take it out in about a week. You have to go. Yeah, you have to go to your doctor and get a shot.
Okay.
That's the only thing that I know of that will work. It's a modified version of the actual chickenpox virus that has antibodies already in it, which will work against the virus against the virus itself.
Oh. And I've heard that the pain will last a long time because it's a nerve pain.
No, and it'll subside eventually. No, it doesn't last that long. If you get the shot, it'll go away in a matter of about a week at the most.
Okay. Is it a certain name for that shot?
Oh, I wish I could tell you what it was, but I don't. Hold on. Can I put you on mute just a quick second? Talk to Ike while I do this.
Actually, I can share the fact that I know what you're going through because I had shingles myself.
God, you know this.
So I like our former president used to say, I really feel your pain. And Dr. Lee actually made a right comment. It doesn't last really that long. Obviously, when you're in pain, a minute seems like an hour. But the good news, the good news is that after a few weeks or so, depending on your situation, the pain does go away. Now, there's another form of treatment you might want to consider, and that's laser treatment. It gives you a temporary relief. It doesn't last for too long, but let's face it, temporary is better than nothing. And if you're interested, you can call our toll-free number, and I'll be glad to tell you some of the people that I worked with. My doctor, who's an internist, basically gave the very same comments that Dr. Lee just said. And the good news is that it actually, once you go through the painful part, you're fine. Although there are treatments, and as a pharmacist, when I give talks to seniors, they many times ask me, why are there so many pills out there? Why can't they limit it? Well, the truth is, there are so many more human beings on Earth today than ever before that there is no one medication that's good for everybody. But the key is, don't give up. Keep trying. Some of the nutritional products that, like even Zerbos or NutriFoods and Royal Oak have, are helpful for a lot of people. But it's like a lot of things in life. You got to be lucky when you're healthy, and you got to be lucky when you're not so healthy. And I certainly be more than happy to give you some contacts that I have if you call our toll-free number, 888-489-8980. And Dr. Lee, Were you able to get some more information?
No, I called down to see if my wife could remember. She couldn't remember the name of the shot.
Right. Well,
but I know she had to. I know both of them had to go to their doctor to get it.
Well, I'll be glad to show. Well, you know, what we could do is, after the show, I could find out who that doctor is. That's technology is wonderful if it works right. And Kelly, I wish you the best and keep in touch. All right.
Okay, I will. Thank you both. I appreciate it. And you said that number was 488.
No, it's actually a toll-free number, 888. 489-8980.
888-9890.
8980. 888-489-8980. So you can call us.
Thank you so much,
hours a day.
Doctor.
All right.
Thank you both. I appreciate it.
All right. God bless, Kelly.
Thank you. God bless you both.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
And Dr. Lee, can you stay on? Yeah. Can you stay on for a little while, or are you pressed for time?
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay.
No, I'm good.
Okay, because I have to try to pay for the program. So this is a brief commercial, and we'll be right back with Dr. Andre Lee leading us the way. Don't go away. Family run for over 88 years, Friends Hardware has remained family-owned and operated. Friends Hardware is one of a kind. You'll find the newest products offered on TV at very competitive prices. You'll also find safety products, grab bars for bathrooms, battery-operated light switches, remote control devices that you can turn your lamps on or any electrical device. You don't have to run out there anymore. Just press the button. Better yet, just visit Friends Hardware, located on Main Street and 11.5 Mile Road. They're open every day. If you wish to call, it's 248-544-8111. That's 248-544-8111. Better yet, just visit 11.5 Mile Road and Main Street, Friends Hardware. Do you like snacks? Well, why don't you try the Ike Bakery folks that have now created 3 new flavors of gluten-free granolas: maple vanilla, blueberry, and toffee chocolate. All sold in 16-ounce bags for just $4.99. All new is Ori's cinnamon pull-apart, made with Danish dough and rich cinnamon filling. It's great with coffee or milk and hard to stop eating. You will find all these items at the Ike Bakery Market on Farmington Road between I-96 and Plymouth Road in Livonia. Try it out. As Jackie Gleason used to say, how sweet it is. And it's sweet to have you on with us while we're on the air. 248-557-3300. And if you heard the earlier segment, that's one of the reasons I do this show, is that Kelly was interested in some guidance for her shingles. If you have any issues, but you're uncomfortable in getting on the air, our toll-free number, 888-489-8980. Leave me any message. Believe it or not, I get such a great feeling when I know someone calls me for something and I make a positive difference. And talk about positive differences, Dr. Andre Lee is one of my best friends, and that he shares in these areas. And Dr. Lee, because of his background in the healthcare field, has got a lot of really good common sense ways of dealing with some of the issues that we have today. And boy, do we have issues. And of course, right now, this whole political argument and disagreement about wearing masks has really become sort of a fighting match. there are people that are very strong in their views. They've got a lot of issues that because the political scene that our former president made an issue out of, and because he was so disliked by people, they went out of their way not to take any of his advice, which is foolhardy because masks are definitely a benefit. But like everything else, not all masks are the same. And Dr. Andre Lee, since you've been around the block, do you want to share your thoughts in terms of what this whole scenario of masks people should consider, some of the do's and don'ts? So go for it.
Yeah, I most certainly do. And I just want to say, in this country, the wonderful thing about America is that we fight hard to preserve the rights of each of us individually to make our own decisions and freedom to make choices. Mm-hmm. And the debate over mask is, do you want to wear a mask or don't? Do you want your kids to wear a mask or don't? And certainly that is clearly your right, whether the government mandates it or not. However, you must just be prepared to endure the consequences of masking or not masking. If you choose not to wear a mask and you contract the Delta virus, who really is the ultimate decision maker here, then of course, all scientific facts says that you are going to suffer more than if you did not have a mask. And and the same thing applies to the vaccines. You'll have to take it, but if you do, you'll be much more better prepared to fight off the virus than if you didn't take the vaccine. So I say it's your choice. Okay? Now, different masks, and I know everybody hates to talk about masks, but if you're going to wear a mask, the best mask has still proven to be the N95 mask because it has multiple layers of material that help filter out viruses from other people that might be spewed at you through the air, and vice versa. If you're got infected virus, it doesn't infect other people. But that's by far the best mask. It's a little more pricey, but it definitely affords the better protection. And they say the studies have found that, believe it or not, the paper mask is the next best option because of the depending on the fabric that you're using. That is a far better, the next best mask. And of course, you can it's reusable because you can wash it, which I don't think the N95s can be washed. I think they have to be done through a sterilization process. But the paper mask is the next best one, but there are many, many paper masks out there, and you can throw them away and get another. So that at least there's an affordable issue there. And then finally, the last mask is the cloth mask. And the cloth mask is not as good because of the fabric that is used in it. And so it has about a 20% protection rate versus 40% for the paper mask versus a 90% for the N95 mask. So those are your three choices of masks. And if you look around, you'll see people wearing all of them. I keep a bunch of them in my car. Mm-hmm. I have both cloth and paper. I only have one N95. And so a lot of times I go back and forth between the fabric and the paper. Mm. So that's where you are on the mask.
Right, so N95 is number one, paper mask number two, and then place number three is a cloth mask. And quite frankly, when you think about it, paper mask is probably the most comfortable, in my opinion. But
yeah.
So
I agree. It's lightweight,
right? And it's least expensive. So
and you can breathe better in it too.
Right. Well, that's an issue that people that have breathing problems should consider, and I strongly encourage you to do that, at least until we figure out exactly what's going on, because right now there's a threat of a new variation of the virus. So the truth of it is, protection still is an important factor, and it has nothing to do with politics, okay?
No,
it has
absolutely not.
It has to do.
It's crazy.
Right.
This is a crazy thing. It's not a political issue.
Yes,
I mean,
right.
I'm sorry some of our leaders have made it a political one, but it's really not a political issue.
Right.
It's common sense.
Yes, well, they say the trouble with common sense is that it's not too common.
It's not common, yeah.
So, but one thing too is I want to share some of your projects because I know you got a lot going on. So right now you're on. You guys, so give the audience a bit of a taste of some of the stuff you've done and they're doing. Go ahead.
Okay, I've got a couple of very inexpensive books out. One is How to Save Money on Healthcare, tips on how to save money in the healthcare industry. That's available, and also I have one on called Loose Ends, Tying Up Loose Ends, which is a book on how to prepare your wills and do not resuscitate orders and things like put your business in order. Don't just transition and leave a mess for your family to figure out. And then, of course, I have a legacy book for those who, because I'm in the hospice business, but that's for people to how to honor your loved ones before they leave here. You know, I mean, I know we do a eulogy at the funeral, but wouldn't it be nice to honor them with some kind of ceremony or other types of recognition, things like shadow boxes of their life achievements while they're here? And so we don't look at it that way, and that's I'm trying to promote that as a new way of looking at how we preserve our family legacies.
Right.
So there's 3 good books for you, and they are available through my Leeway Health Education Foundation website. You can do that. And then just a very quick plug, and I'm not going to say anything else right now, is they have a new television channel, as you mentioned, on the internet called Heart and Soul Health Productions Company, and that we're going to put out in the next couple of weeks. Launch a site where all you have to do is go to it, you click on anything you want to find. You know, it's for seniors and children and everybody, all kinds of things. And it's a one-stop shop. Click on it and you can find what you need. So that's coming out. I've been working on it for about 3 weeks now, and I'm just about done and ready to launch it. Okay.
Yeah, that sounds launch with Dr. Lee. I was by that.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
And
well, I should say that,
and you know,
Dr. Engelbaum and I have been working on it together because he's the one that brought the idea to me. He just doesn't realize he says so much he forgets some of that stuff. He forgets he said some of his things. But you actually gave me the idea for the site.
Well,
okay.
Good.
So I have to give you credit for that.
Well, I appreciate it. Actually, I was going to suggest I'm coordinating a friends group at the Caustic Senior Center. In fact, we're having a meeting today. And anybody that's listening that really wants to make life much more pleasant than being alone and what have you, start your own friends group. We do it at the Senior Center in Farmington. If you want to start your own group, and we can even have Dr. Lee pitch in on the conversations, it's really fantastic what can be done. But you got to get started. To get started, call our toll-free number, 888-489-8980. Dr. Lee, as much as I hate to say it, I have to bid goodbye for today.
Don't say it, Dave. Don't say it.
I gotta go, as they say, and I gotta leave. All right. Thanks for being on. I have to leave you with my favorite parting thought for Bright Side of Aging, which is, yesterday is history. Tomorrow is a mystery. Today is a gift. And that's why we call it the present. Please enjoy your present by looking and living life with the bright side of aging. Welcome to the Entrepreneurs Network radio show. Our mission is to interview successful entrepreneurs who are willing to share with us their ideas and experiences, both the successes and the failures. Because as it has been jokingly said, you should learn from the mistakes of others because you'll never live long enough to make them all yourself. My name is Ike Engelbaum, and I'm the founder of the Entrepreneurs Network of Michigan, which is a group of motivated people that are all interested in helping each other and achieving our personal and professional goals. Please check out our website, EntrepreneursNetworkofMichigan.com, for meeting schedule as well as self-improvement material. Our philosophy is that if it's to be, it's up to me. For over 30 years, Cruz Hearing and Service has helped thousands of people improve their hearing and enjoy the sounds of their life again. If you don't hear as well as you like, Cruz Hearing can help you. They have actually hearing aids that the batteries do not need to be recharged. And they also have a caption phone that you can view for free. And also the phone, if you are over 65, is available to you free. So any phone calls you get, you can see captioned if you don't hear that well. Hey, they've got other stuff. If you'd like the free cookbook, call 1-888-489-8980. That's available. You can call Cruz Hearing Direct at 877-456-2789. The number direct is 877-456-2789. Family run for over 88 years, Friends Hardware has remained family-owned and operated. Friends Hardware is one of a kind. You'll find the newest products offered on TV at very competitive prices. You'll also find safety products, grab bars for bathrooms, battery-operated light switches, remote control devices that you can turn your lamps on or any electrical device. You don't have to run out there anymore. Just press the button. Better yet, just visit Friends Hardware, located on Main Street and 11.5 Mile Road. They're open every day. If you wish to call, it's 248-544-8111. That's 248-544-8111. Better yet, just visit 11.5 Mile Road and Main Street, Friends Hardware. And welcome. And I know many of you right now are trying to keep busy, and you can't get around as quickly and efficiently as you'd like. You might want to consider shopping at Friends Hardware. I shop there quite often. He's got all kinds of stuff to make your life easier at home, and it's a great way that if you are open to helping neighbors, a great way of networking. The Entrepreneurs Network really doesn't just talk the walk, we walk the talk. And by that I mean whoever joins up with us, we have Zoom meetings every other Tuesday from 12 to 1. So please check our website, enomichigan.com, or I still like the standard way of communicating by telephone. Our toll-free number is 888-489-8980. If you're looking to start or build your business, join us for the Zoom meetings. You can be anywhere in the whole world and be in touch with us. Our next meeting is going to be September the 14th, and we try to keep it every other Tuesday from 12 to 1. We also have the equivalent of a Shark Tank format the first Tuesday of each month from 4 to 6 p.m. Again, it's a Zoom meeting, and we're planning on doing a hybrid type meeting whereby whoever wants to show up can do that. and I can give you a location, but on a short-run basis, keep in touch with us through the telephone, 888-489-8980. And I'm really excited about having met a real entrepreneur's entrepreneur, and that's Randy Wright. That's W-R-I-G-H-T. And I joked with him, you were born with a great last name, Randy Wright, you're right on. And he not only has been successful for himself, but he likes to help people. That's what our Entrepreneurs Network of Michigan is all about. And now with Zoom meetings, we can actually expand all the way across the country. Randy Wright has got the gift of not only being a top-notch motivational speaker. If your organization is looking for a way to stimulate the brain of your members, Randy Wright's the man to do that. I've had the privilege and joy of introducing him to my Rotary Club of West Bloomfield and also the Optimist Club. And every time he's made a presentation, my fellow members say, boy, where did you get that guy? He's good. So if you've got an organization that you want to have an interesting and inspiring type meeting, Randy Wright is the right man. And many of us have, the desire to write a book, and but never get around to it. Well, Randy Wright, aside from his motivational skills, is also a business coach. So if you'd like some guidelines on whatever career path you are considering, and or you're on the path, but it's taking a few stumbles, Randy Wright can help you unstumble. He's got several books out. The one that I like to promote strongly is his book that he's written on 25 ways to release the greatness in you. 25 ways to release the greatness in you. We all have something special, a special talent. Randy Wright can help identify that special talent, but once you identify it, what do you do next? Well, Randy Wright can do that, and he enjoys doing that. Is that right, Randy Wright?
Yes. Good morning, Ike. Good morning. Thank you for wonderful introduction, man.
Well, I decided that when we do our visits, that we mentioned about walking the talk. Well, I'd like to start walking your book, 25 Ways to Release the Greatness in You. It's available on Amazon.com. And, of course, our toll-free number. Be glad to arrange to get a copy to you. It's very reasonably priced. And I'll tell you, the key in any successful business is to have direction and something specific. And I'm a firm believer that if you're going to do something, just like almost anything important in life, we have 10 commandments, right? There are 10. Whether we practice them or not, that's another issue. But likewise, when you want to do something, maybe it's, sounds weird, but why not have definite ways to get there? And I really admire your approach with 25 ways to release the greatness in you, because each chapter has a different theme. And today I would like to discuss your chapter 4 in the book, and that is, the topic is overcoming limitations and obstacles. So question number 1, Mr. Randy Wright, is what are limitations and obstacles?
Well, limitations are simply restraints that try to stagnate or confine your progress in reaching your maximum potential. And then obstacles are sometimes just temporary roadblocks that appear to be insurmountable problems. I love this quote somebody said. It said, obstacles stimulate us to uncover dormant abilities, and out of difficulties come new strength. So I would just ask the listening audience this morning, can you identify what is stopping you from reaching your greatness? And then what limitations are you allowing yourself or others to impose on you? And then what obstacles are blocking, delaying, or stalling your progress in releasing your greatness? Because once you can identify these, then you'll have a better understanding of what limitations and obstacles are and how to overcome them.
Mm-hmm. And if anyone is interested in being in direct touch with you, I was going to give out our toll-free number, 888-489-8980. But is there a number that you'd like to give out in case someone wants to sort of have a preliminary evaluation of what is possibly limiting them and how to overcome the obstacle?
Yes, you can reach me at 313-492-5599, 313-492-5599. Be glad to talk with you and set something up for you.
Right, and I know the people from our entrepreneurs group that have reached out to you have always come back with a new approach to some of the problems that you have. You know, I find it fascinating that, you know, I'm not a sports addict by any stretch of the imagination, but I really love to play tennis. And I find it so incredible that some of the top-notch tennis players, and it's true in every sport, have a coach. And many times they change coaches because they've learned certain strokes to do and certain ways to handle the net, so to speak. And then after they've learned from that individual, they switch over. So likewise, why don't we take from that the lesson that just because we're not tennis superstars or football stars, we should have a coach. And what I've found over the years, and I've had quite a few entrepreneur speakers, they all have coaches. So you not only write the book, but you also help implement a lot of the opportunities that can be taken from obstacles. On a personal basis, I'm a proud member of the Optimist Club of West Bloomfield, and I certainly encourage you to come to our meetings. We meet on Zoom every Tuesday morning from 9 to 10. Again, feel free to reach out. Our toll-free number, 888-489-8980. And I get brownie points for every guest I bring in, so I need more points. Likewise, the Rotary Club of West Bloomfield meets 12 to 1 Zoom meeting, and you're welcome to be my guest there. But you could start your own connection with your local Zoom, network group. A lot of people make a mistake here in networking. Entrepreneurs, they assume you have to be in a business suit or something and discuss networking. No. Networking is reaching out to people, helping them achieve their goals, and then in turn you'll be pleasantly surprised they'll help you in yours. And that's why I'm really excited about having Randy Wright as one of our members. And his book, Overcoming Limitations, 25 Ways to Release the Greatness in You, highlights some of the strategies that you have. I just wondered in your thoughts about limitations and obstacles. As an entrepreneur, why is it important not to allow limitations and obstacles to stop your creativity?
That's a great question. Because limitations and obstacles sometimes are hidden opportunities. I'll give you a real quick example. you may have an ideal to do something, but you've been sitting on it, or maybe you've been working on it and think that it's not really important. But listen to this. Charles Darrow was a salesperson during the Great Depression, and when his sales position suddenly ended, he began doing odd jobs to make a living at night. And then he used his creativity to work on a board game that several people could play at once. And Darrow presented his game called Monopoly to Parker Brothers, who turned it down because they said it violated some sacred held principles, and they also said it was too long, too complicated, and had no clear-cut finish. But the rejection of Parker Brothers didn't stop Charles Darrow. He decided to produce the game on his own, and with the help of a friend who was a printer, it was a success. Now listen, Warner Makers was the first company to purchase Darrow's ideal, and they sold 5,000 games the first year. Now, Parker Brothers realized the success of Monopoly and reconsidered Darrow's offer. So they made a deal with him to purchase the game, and through heavy marketing, sales escalated to 20,000 units every week. But because Charles Darrow used his creativity and he didn't allow the limitations and obstacles of Parker Brothers to stop his dreams of greatness and getting his game out there, he became the world's first millionaire game designer. So to the entrepreneur that's struggling today, to the entrepreneur that's trying to find out, I got all these ideas, listen, never underestimate the power of your creativity, especially during hard times. What invention, product, or ideal do you have now that could solve a problem or bring fulfillment to others if it's just released in the marketplace? And guess what? Just like Charles Darrow, this invention or product or ideal can make you very wealthy.
Well, I have a series of Ikeisms, as I call them, and one of my favorites is that you don't have to be rich and famous to be happy. You just have to be rich. So the thing, is, and the point is that if we have a special talent and it never gets touched, then unfortunately there are so many great ideas that we'll never hear or see. And one of the interesting things that because of our current COVID dilemma is that many people who, have been laid off actually have now gotten time to reach in to find that special talent. And many people, and one of the rumors, one of the theories is that many people, because there's such a shortage in work people, that they are recalculating, hey, should I go back to where I was, or should I use my special talent? But like everything else, you can't be the Lone Ranger, because as I joke, Lone Ranger needed Tonto as well. And although Ryan D. Wright is not named Tonto, he can help you should you consider wanting to say, hey, maybe I should try this. And he does not charge for the initial consultation, so by all means, reach out to him. And before I let you go, I know you're a heavy-duty worker type. I'd like to ask you a parting question, is what action steps would you suggest anyone out there should do to overcome the limitations and obstacles?
All right. What I want each of you to do, especially if you're an entrepreneur or a business owner, I want you to focus on the top 3 goals that you must reach in the next 30 days to build your business or build new business. Who are the people, the contacts, or the companies that you can schedule an appointment with to discuss your ideals? It's important to get in front of somebody. Just like Ike was saying, you can't be a Lone Ranger. Somebody needs to know what you're doing. And then write out a proposal explaining the benefits and details of what you offer that can solve a problem. Let's solve a problem and add value by using your services or your products. The next 30 days, those top 3 goals, whatever they are.
Well, that's great advice. And before we part company, I want to repeat why don't you reach out with your phone number. Your phone number is, go ahead.
313-492-5599. 313-492-5599.
And I'd like to wrap up our conversation with one of my favorite Optimist Club philosophy, which states, a pessimist sees an obstacle in every opportunity. An optimist sees an opportunity in every obstacle. And with people like Randy Wright, we can be right on. Right now, thanks for visiting with us. We'll visit again on the next episode, so to speak. And I'll take a brief break, and we'll be right back, folks. So don't you dare go away. Do you like snacks? Well, why don't you try the Ike Bakery folks that have now created 3 new flavors of gluten-free granolas: maple vanilla, blueberry, and toffee chocolate. All sold in 16-ounce bags for just $4.99. All new is Ori's cinnamon pull-apart, made with Danish dough and rich cinnamon filling. It's great with coffee or milk and hard to stop eating. You will find all these items at the Ike Bakery Market on Farmington Road between I-96 and Plymouth Road in Livonia. Try it out. As Jackie Gleason used to say, how sweet it is. For over 30 years, Cruz Hearing and Service has helped thousands of people improve their hearing and enjoy the sounds of their life again. If you don't hear as well as you like, Cruz Hearing can help you. They have actually hearing aids that the batteries do not need to be recharged. And they also have a caption phone that you can view for free. And also the phone, if you are over 65, is available to you free. So any phone calls you get, you can see captioned if you don't hear that well. Hey, they've got other stuff. If you'd like a free cookbook, call 1-888-489-8980. That's available. You can call Cruz Hearing Direct at 877-456-2789. The number direct is 877-456-2789. And welcome back. And as they say in the public broadcasting station, we'd like to thank our sponsors for the program. And for a short-run basis, if you are interested, and we have some Renaissance Festival tickets available. If you will shop at any of our sponsors, for example, the Cruz Hearing, that does not charge you for that initial evaluation, right in Farmington Hills. We have Able Zone, which if you have a friend or you yourself have difficulty in seeing, they've got all kinds of really phenomenal products to help you as close to living a reasonably visual life as possible. They're on Rochester Road in Troy. And then, of course, if you like Polish food, Joy View Market is right in Redford, right on Joy Road, just a little bit west of Telegraph Road. And we, of course, you've heard Friend's Hardware. If you're over 60 or 65, you'll get a 10% discount. If you'd like more information also on getting a free Bob Allison cookbook, He was really sort of the pivotal guy on this station for years, over 5-0, as I recall. I was privileged to know him, and his son Rob is right now recalculating as to what he wants to do. But the Ask Your Neighbor cookbooks are available on the web. But if you'd like a free one, if you will shop at any of our sponsors, I'll be glad to make sure we get you one. All you got to do is call our toll-free number, 888-489-80. I am really excited about being involved with a Professor Michael Goldsby, who's put together the Entrepreneur's Toolkit. If you're serious about proceeding now, he has a series of actually CDs. It's also available on the internet. It's a Entrepreneur's Toolkit that's bound to give you guidance, and for as little as like $69, you'll get 12 different lectures. In fact, let me correct that, 24 lectures. And if you don't get any information that you feel is valuable to you, we'll give you the money back. You call our toll-free number, 888-489-8980, to give you a taste of it. I'll go through some of the lectures. Lecture number 1 is how to come up with a great business idea. Number 2, understanding your market. Number 3, prototypes, making your idea a reality. Number 4, defining a business model. Number 5, picking your business structure. Number 6, starting your business plan. This is all free stuff that you can learn at your own pace. It's a toolkit. It's a toolkit to make you successful. The number 7 lecture is market analysis and marketing strategy. Lecture number 8, business logistics and operations. Number 9, organizational structure and management teams. Yes, you can have a management team if it's you and your wife, or you and a significant other, or, of course, if you really want to build a big one, Entrepreneurs Network of Michigan, we have over 20,000 members now that we meet by the electronic way of Zoom meetings. Surround yourself by successful people and winners. Forget losers. You surround yourself with a loser, guess what happens? You become a better loser. You want to be a winner. Join up with us. Call our toll-free number, 888-489-8980. And if you are interested in some more of the lectures, I'll share that with you on our next visit, hopefully. So please visit us again. Right now, I gotta get out of here before they throw me out. And I won't leave until I share with you my favorite entrepreneurial thought, which is if you really want to get things done, you'll find a way. And if you don't, you'll find an excuse. And there is no excuse for not achieving your dreams and goals in America, because it is the greatest country in the whole world. Remember, a goal is just a dream with a deadline.
WNZK has available a few good hours of airtime for a few good programs to serve their communities. Radio is better than ever in targeting an audience that listens to what you say. Learn more about this exciting radio broadcasting opportunity by calling WNZK Radio at 248-557-3500. This is WNZK, Dearborn Heights, Detroit, your ethnic superstation at 690 days, 680 nights.
مشتاق إليك تسرقني وخلي أنا